Eagle has landed. Hello everyone, thanks a lot for joining the channel. I'm delighted you were able to make it. I'm Devagaro, and today we have a poppin', awesome, great unboxing. This was a very unique and limited sneaker which was intended and launched specifically for women. Naturally, a lot of guys went after it, mostly guys with smaller feet, and in terms of sizing, these went up to 14 women's size, which translates to 12 and a half for men's. So as you can imagine, demand was going to be pretty high. This release was a mess. There were raffles flying left and right. There was also random alerts by Virgil himself on Twitter and Instagram, all over the place. The release date for these was July 25th, and the retail varied depending on your region. In the US, it retailed at $200, and in Europe, it was $224.99 if you were going with sneakers. Naturally, you could also find it in boutique and select retailers across the globe. Another way of participating and trying to get an opportunity to cop these was through raffles. And these raffles were via Instagram, Twitter, etc., or even on the individual blogs for each website. However, the good news was that your best bet was the sneakers app. This time around, I was essentially blessed by the sneaker gods because I was able to come through with the cop on sneakers app. I know it's not very common to hear this, but once in a while people get lucky, and I gotta say that this time I was able to hit on the sneakers app. Originally, I intended it for my wife, and she's already tried them on, and they actually do a pretty good job. As you can see, these come in your traditional cement Jordan 4 boxing with your Jumpman on the top lid, as you can see, and the Flight branding. However, and some of you guys might have already noticed this, is that it features a bunch of holes throughout the whole box. And this is the designer touch of Off-White. All right, so let's open these bangers. As you can see, it comes with a plastic wrapping, which has Off-White branding. And here's one pair, and we have the second pair right here. 3 different sets of laces, white, mint, these are poppin', and black. I'm just gonna put them over here. I'm gonna put the wrapper right back in, close the box. Here we go. So here we have them, guys. I am such a lucky guy, such a lucky camper. This is just not every time, not every day you can hit on the sneakers app and get these sneakers for retail. In the aftermarket, they're going for upwards anywhere between 1,000 euros and 1,500 euros. So this is serious business, guys, in the sense that, you know, these are very valuable. Looking at the sneaker closely, we can see that it features your Jumpman hang tag, which is a throwback to the 80s. It has your zip tie, very signature touch by Off-White. You can also see that it has your signature shoelaces embossed. In this iteration of Off-White and Nike for the Jordan 4s, we can see that the front has very soft nubuck over here, and then there is this lining for the toe cap, which is a synthetic material. Moving to the medial part, we can see that there's netting of your traditional Jordan 4s, and the whole theme remains in this sail, very muted tone. Then when we look at the upper of the shoe, you have your traditional Off-White logo shoelaces which come in a sail colorway. Then above that, we can see the oversized tongue with a Jumpman logo. The oversized tongue is deconstructed on the top. In the insole, you'll appreciate Nike Air branding. Coming back to the medial side of the shoe, I think that these support wings over here and over on the forefront of the shoe are absolutely stunning. They add an element of futurism because of the fact that they are translucent. The midsole features a partial rear Nike Air unit with the Air in quotations right above it. Also, the midsole makes the sneaker even more attractive by the fact that it combines multiple shades of the sail / off-white across the midsole. You can also see that towards the front of the shoe, you can see it in the back, and naturally in the midsole of the lateral side. Flipping the shoe to the rear is where I see some of the strong points of this collaboration. And it has to do with number one, you guys know I'm a big fan of the Nike logo on the back, not so much the Jumpman. And this time what Virgil did is add a slight tweak to it by making it translucent. I think that this element by itself puts these shoes at a different stratosphere. When we flip the shoe to the interior of the foot on the other side, we can see number one, the same paneling that we have on the outer side, and also the support wings, which incorporate the translucent features, as well as the branding that underscores the year of the OG release of this sneaker, which was 1989, as well as Beaverton, Nike, and all of those goodies. Yet, some of the best features of the sneaker reside at the bottom. That has to do with the outsole. For me personally, I think that this hit right here of mint is just out of this world. Then you have the milky translucent off-white part of the outsole, and here the Nike branding, which also comes in your mint surrounded by white. I think that all these features combined make it a very, very, very sturdy shoe, which brings that element of luxe. Also, an important feature to mention that goes back to the OG days has to do with the fact that behind the oversized tongue, we can appreciate an Air Jordan label, which is stitched. And I think that this lining that it has is very, very soft. Hopefully now you have a better understanding of all the features of this supreme, awesome sneaker. I think that now we can just dive into an on-foot session. How about that? Let's go. Today, I shared with everyone on my Twitter feed the fact that I think these are part of the top 2 all-time off-white collaborations with Nike. Number one, the reason for that is I love and dig the whole subdued, sail, off-whitish, muted colorway. I think that's dope. I think that's very hard. Number 2 is the translucent features, the support wings and the back heel tab. These 2 elements to me are just amazing. And then to cap it all off, as I said earlier today, these have these hits of mint. I think that these elements give the sneaker that sense of luxury, of upscale, and I think that at price points of 225 euros is a no-brainer if you're in a position to get them at retail. Many agreed, some disagreed. but that's okay. We all have different tastes and choices, and I think that it's important to have the conversation so that Nike and Off-White, as well as all the other collaborations, can keep pushing that boundary and delivering more sophisticated and more high quality products to the market. However, if you don't have them at this point in time, chances are you'll have to get them on the aftermarket. With that being said, I would like to know, what are your thoughts? Let me know if this is a very, very special sneaker, if you would cop it, if you wouldn't, if you tried to get it and you weren't successful, if you're thinking about snatching it on the aftermarket. Let me know. I'm curious to know so that we can exchange our views on sneaker philosophy as well as fashion. That's all I have for you guys today. Thank you very much for joining the channel once more. I really appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. And if you found this review interesting and of value, I please ask you to like the video, to subscribe, and also hit that notification button so that you can also receive my videos notifications as soon as they're uploaded. And we've gotten to that part of it. Always fresh, never stress. Cheers.